Hi you guys, it's Nanette. Okay, so our first question came from Teresa. And Teresa, from what I can see, you're based in the US, in Florida. You're a lucky lady. We visited Florida in 2014, went to Disney with friends and absolutely loved it. So yeah, you are lucky. Anyway, so I've been loving seeing all the pictures you've posted on the group and just the way you embrace this craft and trying new things and exploring and experimenting. That's the best way to do it. Okay, progress over perfection is always my motto. And so Teresa sent in this question about lettering today. So I'm going to show you what she sent. This is a picture I've printed out. So Teresa's question was about getting the areas around the letters more even and flat. Okay, so I asked Teresa where she started with her project, because my best strategy is to start in the center, especially if you do something like letters, and especially if you do engraving. I'd start here, smooth my way out, then do the flowers and then the background, because as we work our projects, the metal stretches and it can buckle a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera for a little while and I'm just going to show you what I said to her with regards to lettering. So I'll see you in a second on the other side. Okay, so with regards to the letters and to the way I approach my designs, I normally start in the center of my design. So if this was a transfer design, I would have started with my letters. So I'm just going to get this out of the way and show you the 3 different ways you can do lettering. So first, we just want to take our metal, roll it nice and flat, just like that. Okay, and then you can use either a few sheets of paper, so just scrap paper if you've got some lying around. So anything, I'd say between 5 and 8 sheets, or you can use cardboard. Okay, so this is just an offcut piece of mounting board, but I'll show you the difference when you actually start embossing on it. Okay, so this is just a scrap piece of metal, and what I'll do is we'll use Teresa's words. So gracious, kind words. Teresa, my handwriting is not as good as yours. Okay, so you can see on a few sheets of paper, this is about, I'd say, 6 sheets of paper. And that is the level of depth that you get. Okay, and you can see that my metal hasn't really buckled a lot with this approach. Okay, so I'm gonna show you on a piece of cardboard and just write the rest of it on this side, just to show you it goes a little bit deeper when you go on onto the cardboard. So on here, sweetness for the soul. Okay. So it goes a little bit deeper on cardboard, but you can see that the metal is still quite nice and straight. Okay, so when I start with a project, I normally do, can you guys see this? Okay, so I normally start in the center, and you can see that this approach will make the metal smooth for the areas around it. So the next step that Teresa would have done would have been to do the flowers and the little leaves in high relief. And so when you do high relief, it stretches your metal even further. And now we've got a good background to start with. Our work is nice and flat. And if we were to do some high relief words on here, it would have stayed nice and flat around these areas. Okay. If at the end of your project you see that you want to engrave your words a little bit deeper, you can go onto one sheet of your cloth. I just like using these cloths because it immediately gives me 3 different levels to which I can raise my metal. Okay, so if you want them a little bit deeper, I'll show you if I write the same sentence on a different sheet of metal, just to show you that the metal does stretch, and this will probably buckle a little bit more. Okay, so we'll just do that again. Okay, so when I do engraving, I don't normally go deeper than 1 layer. All right, you can already see if I do these against each other, you can see that I've got quite a low level of raising my letters, but you can see it, and once we've painted it, they'll stand out more. That one is a little bit deeper, and then this one over here is properly engraved, and you still have a flat, smooth surface around it. So for embossing the rest of your design, this would be perfect. Okay, so what you would then do is just roll it out again. So we're not trying to flatten our words, we are just trying to straighten out the metal and create a flat surface where we can do the rest of it. Okay, so I'm just going to show you if I do 2 layers, and I just, oopsie, it'll help if I use the right side of the tool, hey? Okay, so you can see as I work it, it's starting to ruffle and buckle a little bit more, but you can still sort that out by just rolling it flat and carrying on. Okay, so there we go. So when you want to do engraving, start with a few sheets of paper just to get your initial layer. You can always go over again, making them a little bit deeper, but start with this part first and then work the rest of your design. Because if we do it from the outside in, I'm just going to show you on here. Let's say you've started with the honeycomb section. Okay, by the time you get here, the metal in the middle will sort of be bumpy and lumpy. So my best strategy is to start in the middle. If, for instance, Teresa, you started on the outside and you did this last, which I think is exactly what you've done, then the best tip I could give you would have been to take one of these paper pencils, maybe start with your finger and just stretch this out to the outside of the design, flatten it as much as you possibly can, and then do your engraving. Okay, so I really hope that helps, and if you've got any other questions, please feel free to send them to me.